There's a moment, maybe you've felt it before, where something inside of you says, I can't keep living like this. And in that moment, you want to change. Not casually, not hypothetically, but deeply. You feel it in your chest, in your breath, in your thoughts, and yet days go by, weeks go by, sometimes even years, and nothing changes. Or you try, but you fall back. And then comes the question, why is this so hard even when I want it? Michael asked me this once, not casually, not intellectually, but from a place of real frustration. Michael said, I don't get it. I know what I need to do. I see it clearly, so why can't I just do it? And this is where most people get it wrong. They think, I must not want it enough. I must be lazy. I must be broken. But the truth is something very different. Change feels hard because part of you is trying to keep you safe, not successful, not fulfilled, not expanded, safe. Michael responded, safe from what? I'm trying to make my life better. Safe from the unknown. Because your nervous system, the unknown, is not exciting. It's dangerous. Even if your current life feels heavy, limited, or painful, it is known, and the body will always choose familiar discomfort over unfamiliar possibility. That means you're not stuck because you don't want to change. You're stuck because part of you is saying, at least this pain I understand. To which Michael responded, so I'm choosing this without realizing it? To which I respond, not consciously, but your system is. But it goes even deeper than safety because change doesn't just require new actions, it requires a new identity. If you spent years being the one who struggles, the one who starts but doesn't finish, the one who doubts, the one who survives instead of thrives, then change doesn't challenge your habits, it challenges who you believe you are. To which Michael responded, so even if I say I want more, part of me doesn't believe I'm that person. To which I respond, exactly. And here's the truth most people never hear. You will always act in alignment with who you believe you are, not what you say you want. And then there's the emotional layer, because change requires energy and most people are already exhausted. Not physically, but emotionally. They're carrying past failures, disappointment, fear of trying again, the weight of what if it doesn't work this time. To which Michael responds, that one hits, because it's not just about doing something new, it's risking feeling all of that again. To which I respond, yes. And your system remembers that pain, so it hesitates. Not because you're weak, but because it's trying to protect you from re-experiencing disappointment. So what changes everything? Not force, not motivation, not pushing harder, but understanding. Because the moment you see that, your resistance is protection, your hesitation is intelligence, your stuckness is pattern safety. You stop fighting yourself. To which Michael responds, so, what do I do then? To which I respond, you don't try to leap. You don't try to become someone new overnight. You don't try to overpower the system. You do something much more powerful. You make it safe to move. That might look like taking one small step instead of 10, keeping promises so small you can't break them, letting success feel familiar little by little, showing your system that change doesn't equal danger, because once the body feels safe, movement becomes natural. Change was never meant to be forced, it was meant to be understood. So if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been wondering why you can't seem to move, let this stand. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You are protecting. And now you get to choose differently, not by fighting yourself, but by working with yourself. And maybe today, instead of asking, why can't I change, you ask, what part of me is trying to keep me safe, and how can I gently lean it forward? That is where everything begins. If this episode spoke to something deeper inside you, if you're ready to move beyond awareness and into real transformation, this is where your next step is. Life, what's the point? The guided journey. The link is in the show notes. This isn't just a book. It's the bridge between knowing and becoming.